you want to both be at 2?
Yep. Hello, good morning. Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
And today's practice at Restore and Recharge, grab a chair, grab an apparatus, similar to Lauren's wood stool ottoman combination, and then a chair. So hello and welcome.
Ready?
Our feet aren't quite in the frame. Let's just bring down that camera for one quick second. So as we get started here, we'll get to the breath in just a moment. We're going to start with our feet. Pick one foot. I'm going to pick on my left here. I'm going to root 4 toes heavy and lift up my big toe and encourage you to do the same. For 8 seconds, about 10 seconds of total, keep that big toe lifted. For 4, 3, place it down. Repeat the other 4 toes on the same foot. Sit tall, peek over, heavy through the big toe, heavy through the heel, and for 4 more seconds, heavy through that pinky side of the foot too. For 3, and relax that. Keep that foot gripping the floor and switch feet to the other side. Other side, heavy 4 toes, lift up the big toe. That's my, again, lacerated tendon. It doesn't really want to move.
This guy's touching this guy.
And relax. Lift the other 4 toes. Remain heavy on that heel. We're driving through a heel. The big toe mound here, the ball of the foot, and for 3 more seconds, that pinky side. For 3, 2, and relax that. Take a quick moment. Just excite the hands very much the same way. If we were to start in a W position, our shoulders are down and back. We could also do the same thing from a tabletops position. I'll go here in that don't shoot or W. Take the thumb, and at the thumb, cross the palm. Open. Index fingers next. Index fingers flex, trying to bend at all 3 of those finger knuckles, if you will, and up. Then we're onto that middle finger as we flex on those digits as well. Woo. Go to the ring. Take a breath.
William, breathe.
We'll do that in a second, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then pinkies down and up. And then go pinky, whoo, and then back to the ring. Do you feel your toes wiggling around? I do.
Oh, that third knuckle.
Middle, index, across with the thumb. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. One last exercise like that at the feet. I'm going to stagger my stance to make it obvious here a little bit more. Root the feet nice and heavy. We're going to lift up from the middle to the outside and then place back down outside in. Heavy through that foot. Lift up a big toe. And then talk to that index toe and keep the middle down and lift it. Use your imagination. Then lift that middle toe. Then lift that ring toe. The ball of the foot and heel is still heavy and lift the pinky. Now place the pinky down first. Place that ring toe down second. Battle between that middle and that index. And push down that big toe and hold. Now root that foot for 5 more seconds. Create tension down, pressing down, and relax. Final time, other side. Heavy through the foot, gripping with the toes. Lift up from the inside out. Big toe lifts first. Oh, keep it medial, Ian. Then lift up that next toe. 3rd, 4th, 5th effort there. And now place the pinky to that ring.
It's always confusing.
It's always confusing. To the middle, to the index, to the big, and crush down some tension here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax that out. Warm up those feet. Today's focus will be more on some squats, so stay tuned, follow along for a squat workout here. Ankles, great. Knees. At the knee, sit tall, and as Lauren is doing here, she's sitting near the end of her chair, very much like me, and keeping the quads parallel or level across the top. Very slow, could we extend on the knee, and then with control, flex the knee back to seated or the foot on the floor. And then repeat. Sit tall, extend through the knee with tension and control, keeping the quads parallel, and pull down. Pause for one quick second. Lauren, just hands above your head or something for a second. Sitting tall, done poorly, Lauren's gonna flex the lumbar spine and lift that leg because the back's dumping. Check that out. One more time each. We sit tall, lift a millimeter, and extend through the knee. Hold for 3, 2, return to low. Repeat one more time the other side. Slight hip flexion to lift off, but mostly, again, these quads are staying parallel. Bend the knee and return. One more time, but just to get that hip going on that rotations. We could do the same with a leg on the floor. I'm going to elevate it up. From sitting, extend on the knee, and from here, externally rotate from the hip and internally rotate from the hip. For 1 or 2 more of each direction, keep your knee extended. Internal rotation should get that hip holster feeling quite nice. I'm going to go 1 more each. My endurance is being challenged here. Then my roll in, my knee bend to the floor.
That feels so nice.
It could feel really nice. It could feel really grippy, crampy, Charlie horse style. Make it modified if we need to, but I hope it does feel nice to get that joint moving. Extend on the knee. Really think of the knee extension or cramping the quad. External rotation, we show the inseam forward. Internal rotation, we tried to hide that inseam. And external rotation, which I personally have a lot of, and I don't have a lot of that internal, which is very similar to what you're feeling at home probably. And if not, you're exceptional just like Lauren. And one more time on that roll in, the internal rotation on that hip to center and down. We're going to stick with that hip theme, and this time we're going to do more of that open and close or the gate action in the hip. You could also extend this leg out and do the same from here. That's a nice modification. If we can, though, get rooted heavy. Take your breath and a single foot to the knee without the dump. 3, 2, with tension and control. Oh. Ooh, I think I feel Lauren's workout squats from yesterday. Are your hips level? Check, check, please. Press down from the hip and pull up from the hip. We're still on 2 bum cheeks here, and that cue will follow us into a bear sit in a moment as well that Lauren will take us through. But we're lifting and lowering a leg for a couple more in a row without lifting a bum cheek. So we're staying on 2 bum cheeks. I really like that cue. After 1 or 2 more repetitions, with tension control, lift it up, rotate to center, and place it down. Other time, other leg, same movement. Oh, a little bit of a cheat, but pretty darn good. Make those conditions just right.
Ooh.
Stay on 2 bum cheeks. And from here, lift up and push down from the power in the hips rather than the overpressure. A couple more in a row. Lifting up, staying on 2 bum cheeks, closing down. The closer you could get this leg to parallel, not the better, but kind of the better. Lowering that leg. Same thing can be said for here. The more you can get
like
the
this?
shin bone upright, more you can get the shin bone upright, the better. But that doesn't mean you have to get it there, let alone today. So one more time to place it low. From that position, we core brace, lift, return a leg to the floor. There's one last thing I like to do from seated. Sit tall, right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee. With one, this isometric contraction like a plank, where it's high effort, no movement. Press down from the armpit, pull up from the hip, And I hope that we feel the right side of our body really light up with some energy. 10 seconds, you ready? Without
Both
moving,
sides, one side.
just this one side, without moving, armpits stay low, 10 seconds has started, and we're creating this nice tension through the front of our body for 5.
And I'm trying to lift
4.
my leg.
You're trying to lift your leg into your arm. 3, 2, coast that away. Repeat on the other side. Sit tall, pack that shoulder like we would for any push-up or press cue, and flex the hip isometrically. We're doing this for 10 seconds, meaning nothing moves, but that output of effort can be quite high.
3.
And thank you for counting, Lauren.
1.
And relax. Let's do that one more time. Sit tall, pack that shoulder, pull up from that hip flexor, press down, bringing that rib cage to the hips for 3, 2, relax that tension. Other side, take the sniff, brace, pull the rib cage to the hips, pull the armpit down, keep that elbow straight, flex the hip for 3, 2, and relax. One last variation, cross the body. Take a left hand to the middle, inside, or slightly top. That's a little bit of an interesting position for you to explore. Keep your shoulders square. Think of this X pattern connecting the left shoulder to the right hip. Same thing. You ready?
No. Wait, it's going up again?
Flexing the hip still. Yep.
Sorry.
So 3,
My
2.
arm barely reaches.
That's why you might have to personalize that space. So go for 9, 8. We're keeping this rib cage side down, connected on this diagonal, and the diagonal going this way too. For 3 and 2, and relax. Switch. Same thing. In this case, my shoulders are facing this way. Not so nice. Keep the shoulders square and think of this nice X pattern through the core. 3, 2, go. Pulling up, flexing the hip, keeping that armpit low for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Take a second. One more thing with that chair, but to do it, we're going to stand up.
Stand up.
Standing up, maybe you should just adjust.
I'll get it.
Great. So last thing from me, and then we're going to give our attention to Lauren. Hello to the standing hamstring stretch on the backs of those legs. The lower the apparatus, the easier, modify as you need, okay? So a small ottoman is going to be a little more accessible than, say, the kitchen counter, but we'll work towards that kitchen counter height as well. To do this, we'll stand a foot or two backing away. Again, your height will determine that a little bit too. And like in our ballet move, maybe let's just do a beautiful développé, pulling a knee up and pulling a foot to the shin. At that point, extend like we did from seated and place your foot down. Take a quick moment. Before we do anything else, where are those flashlights on your hips? Are they turned out to the side or do they face forward? With the hips facing forward, hike or shoot energy out of that hip that way. It doesn't look so aesthetically pleasing nor functionally strong. So now help with that stiff leg on the ground to help support that. Perhaps do that one more time and find level in the hip. What direction is your kneecap going? I can see Lauren's is facing up to the ceiling. That's exactly where we want to have it. And that ankle is flexed to the shin. At this point, just gently flex or bend the knee. With control, extend through the hip with a little bit of a bum kick and straighten out the leg. Repeat on the other side. So on the other side, 1.5 feet or so away, standing leg cramps, développé or to retirer for fun terminology or French lessons here. Extend the knee. Do the hip hike as to shoot energy or take hips off level and gently re-level hips. And that might be enough for you. You might not need to do too much more to get those hamstrings and back of body to say, hey, what's up? So find the level position, cramp up the standing leg, with control, flex or bend the elevated leg, Oops, I'm so sorry, I rushed that. Extend the hip to the back and straighten the leg. We're gonna do that one more time, one final time each side, and perhaps you stay with that same version. Just find the level, find the level. I will be giving cues to advance.
I'm just listening.
I'll be doing cues to advance. Lauren has her very,
Oh, boy. Where do you put your hands?
It is tough. Okay, I'm going to do the little bit of advancement. Maybe just do the same thing from before. Here we go. Up to the knee, gently extending through. Extending the knee, placing down, leveling hips. From this position, if we think of our hip hinge, where we have that dowel going up our spine, nice and long, it probably won't take much to start to really feel the tug on the ham. Hold for 4, 3, 2. Push your bum through to stand back up tall. Level the hips for one final time to that nice level hip squared position. And I'm going to repeat the hinge where I'm pushing my bum to the back. And to help stay square, my standing leg is pushing forward. And it might bend on the knee. And then squeeze your bum. With control, start bending the elevated leg and extend the hip like one of our hip bars. Then the knee. Final time, other side. This is one of Lauren's favorite post-run stretches. And again, a little goes a long way. Folding is nice. Hinging on those hips to liven the hams is also great.
Hey, bend the knee.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Retire.
Protocol, Ian. I like the retire, the développé. We're out.
Extend.
Leveling the hip. Pushing the hips, flashlights forward. Dorsiflexing ankle. Taking a breath. And again, I'm going to look to hinge on my hip. Pushing back. Taking a breath. Holding for about 10. And then the standing leg squeezes bum cheek to get back tall. Pull the foot to the shin again. Just make those conditions just beautiful. Hinging on the hip. Saying a nice hello. Pulling and pushing and feeling nice tension. Cramp the butt cheek of the standing leg with that tension control. Flex, extend, and straight. Excellent. That's ways that we can start to use a chair or similar apparatus for some balance, some hips, and a nice little hello. And now the hard part starts. So I like doing the easy stuff there because then you like me. And when Lauren makes us do the harder work,
You can't like me.
we can still like her because
you
she's pretty awesome.
All right, we're going to use our get up to get to the floor.
Excellent.
If you're ready to go overhead, let's not even go overhead. It's not even an option. Take a hand across your chest. Leg you can touch. Drop back lunge. Front foot opens. Hand chop hips. Thinking of that windmill and those hinges we've done. Chop hip, little bit of a rotate, pause. Hand finds the floor. Rotating open. Let's come up out of that. Hand leaves the floor. Hips push through. One more time. Chop hips. Rotate, hand finds the floor, lifting that back knee, sweeping through, down to the elbow, and slow race to your back. Wow. Great. Come to a seated position. From our seated position here, or our modified seated position here.
So if the floor was too low, sitting on that low ottoman would help too.
I will show you the position. We're sitting in our hungry bear here. So our legs are wide, knees are pushing open, feet are in line with shins. Our back should be in that nice extended position as such. So if you find yourself that the floor is too low, that means you're probably doing something like this. Put a cushion or two underneath your butt or elevate to a higher position here. Just to warm up this position, let's just, if we can, put hands behind us. Okay? And this is where that cue of the same of keeping your weight on both butt cheeks will come back. Taking, say, your right leg, let's revisit our hip internal and external rotation. Pivoting, I pivot on my heel as I do that, so I have my foot up a little bit. And I internally rotate that femur. Notice where your weight is. It should still be on both cheeks. If you've gone to that far cheek, you've gone too far. Now pry open that gate, pushing it open just like we did in that seated figure 4 position. One more time, same leg. Internal rotation. Maybe it gets a millimeter further this time. And then external rotation to open back up. Same thing other side. Looking at the other leg, staying weight between both sides. Internally rotate and externally rotate.
Tough to keep the weight on both cheeks.
It is. As I do this, I picture that joint or the ball and socket in there rotating really nicely and smoothly. Last
Visualization helps for sure.
Don't go anywhere. Move your hands in front, extending your arms if this is available. If this causes you to dump, keep your hands behind you. Lifting up tall with your own power, drive those knees away from each other for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take your elbows or whatever reaches your knees, put them on the inside of your legs, and now, against its own power, push in and meet that tension by pushing out with your arms. Push in, push out, push in, push out. 5, 4, 3.
Out with the arms,
2,
in with the hips.
Soft off. Yeah, I'm trying to get
Great.
those inner groins all fired up.
That's surely where I feel it.
One more time each. Knees push out again with their own power. So hands can be where they are for Ian or extended in front of you, but you're not using them. 3, 2, easy off. Don't go anywhere. Last time, anchor arms on the inside of legs. And legs go in, arms push out. Legs go in, arms push out. 5, 4, 3, 2, easy off. Whoo! Nice. Walk your feet together. Roll onto your back safely. We'll do a set of 2 of our glute bridges, and then we'll get back up.
Yep.
Lying down on your back, feet are planted on the floor, knees are bent. We're going to use this a little bit to fire our glutes, but also to articulate our spine. I like my hands at the side of my body, but I'm going to put them up just so you can see. Feet down, toes grip. First, squeezing your right cheek. So maybe you have to put your hand on your right cheek. Squeeze it, squeeze it. Now squeeze your left cheek. Ooh, does it squeeze just as well as your right? Now squeeze both cheeks and slowly start rolling up, peeling yourself up off the floor from your pelvis all the way up. In this top position here, we're going to squeeze glutes, brace abs, and now we're going to start coming back down from the top down. So I'm thinking about those vertebrae, those high vertebrae touching down, and I'm working down my spine, getting towards that low back, keeping those glutes high, working through the low back, and finally coming to rest in that starting position. Let's do that one more time. Feet grip. Squeeze both glutes, start rolling up, articulating up. At the top, hold that tight for 3, butts, abs tight 2, and then start coming back down from the top down. Supporting through the core, supporting through the glutes. Take your time here. Last couple vertebrae. Especially that low back.
Especially through that low back.
Great. We're going to get up. You maybe too, did your right arm down. So I'm going to go up with my right arm. Hand across chest again. Use that hip extension we just warmed up. Push, roll, pull to your elbow. Find your hand. Lift, sweep. Hand leaves floor. Front foot moves. And up. Excellent.
So I think we have one more coming up of those. And if you did want to challenge that get up, by all means, the simple challenge of adding the shoe, a light object, a light load could also be helpful there.
Excellent. Before we do our get up again, we're going to get into our fondues. With a balance or not, but prioritize the move over your balance. Feet in parallel. Start with your skier squat where your knees push forward over your toes, your heels stay heavy, and your toes are heavy. I'm just pushing my knees over my toes here and then standing back up. Doing that again. Knees push over toes. Think about pushing your toes heavy into the floor, and then think about pushing your heels heavy. I can almost sink a little bit more when I do that. Toes again, heels again, and then stand up. This other cue I've been liking lately is stand up as if you're getting slurped up through a straw. So think about standing up tall every single time. Let's do that one more time. Knee over toes. Get slurped up into your straw and rise through the straw onto your toes. I also picture that girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when she gets stuck in the tube. And then slow on the way down.
I think it was Augustus Gloop.
Oh, right,
who got
the
stuck
boy.
in the tube.
Okay, again, knees over toes.
Violet turned into a violet.
Stand up tall, a blueberry. Roll up, hold. 5,
Focus.
4, 3, 2, slow down. Again, knees over toes. Explore a new position. Could you roll up onto your toes? Then could you come back down to your heels and then go up through your straw into that rise. 3, 2, lower, knees over toes. Maybe roll up to toes, stay on toes this time. Extend up into your straw. And then lower. One more. Knees bend. Roll up to toes. Up your straw. Stay. Now to come back down, we're going to stay on our toes, bend our knees again. Then roll through the feet, heels come down. Extend up. And shake it out. Whew. That felt like nice.
Nice beginner exercises to encourage those knees going over those toes, and a nice progression for the sissy squat for those in the audience who are familiar. Wow.
Whoops, I didn't go up very well.
I'm impressed. That was pretty good. So to make the get up a little more challenging, we could integrate an arm overhead or a shoe. Do the shoe for 10 in a row perfectly before you add a load.
Get up, down. I'm just going to keep my arm across my body. Leg, you can steps back, drop back lunge. Open. Let's do 2 windmills on this side as well. So chop hip, rotate, hand finds floor, pausing, and then hand leaves floor, hip pushes through, up tall. One more time. Chop hip, rotate,
Almost lost my shoe.
hand finds floor. This time we sweep, we elbow, and we come to our back. Excellent. One more set of our glute bridges. Oh, we have something before then.
I hope you have something soft on the floor. If not, please use your discretion as we do this next movement. This is a crowd favorite and not favorite exercise.
The frog.
The frog. The frog. Frog can be modified to also use a box position here. Bring the floor up always if you need to make it a little easier. Go ahead.
Hands on the floor. Knees start spreading wide. You're wide.
You're wide.
No ripping here. So knees are as wide as they can go right now. Shins are perpendicular.
Perpendicular to the ankle.
Yes, 90 degrees. And then that ankle is in that flex position there. Ease into this. Thinking about staying on your hands for a couple seconds, if that's all right. If you need to, you could move to your elbows or neutral fists. Let's think about our pelvis. Can you gently, it's not going to go that far, but can you gently tilt your tailbone towards the ceiling? And then pulling with your core, can you tuck your tailbone?
That one's so hard for me.
Underneath. I find that one easier than. And then slowly tail to ceiling. That might give you a millimeter more room.
Yep.
And
But
then
now we have to
one
tuck
more
under.
time, tuck under.
So I call that tuck under the turtle shape.
Coming to a more neutral spine. So
And
just
then our frog shape.
in between that. Let's find our elbows now. From here, we're just going to shift our body weight forward.
Ooh, That's easy.
and back. And as we rock
Ooh, that's
back, we're
getting tough.
thinking that this is actually our low squat position. We rock forward. Now, as you rock back into that low squat position, think of where your pelvis would be in a squat. Your tail would be slightly tilted towards the ceiling. Definitely not into that turtle position Ian talked about. We don't want to be rounded. Couple more seconds here. Whoa. And then I like to get to my hands.
I slowly pull those legs back
I guess I just
together.
did sound effects. I didn't really tell you what to do.
Sound effects, they get the gist. We get the gist, maybe.
We're gonna do
So
one more
on the
set.
floor, one
Glute
last set of
bridges.
hip bridges again.
Lying on your back.
Lying on your back. Hands at your sides.
Would you like to talk, Ian?
No, you.
You can.
No.
Okay. Feet gripping the floor. Hands at your side. Squeeze both those cheeks and start rolling up again. Let's hold at the top of this in a plank-like position. So take your arms. They can stay on the floor, but if you could, let's bring them up over your chest. Now make fists. Now pull your shoulders down. Make your fists tighter. Pull your shoulders into your lats. Squeeze your butts. Grip the floor. Brace your abs. I couldn't move you for 5 more seconds. 5. High tension here. 4, 3, 2. Ease off the tension, but slowly articulate down. Don't forget that part. 1 vertebrae at a time. Think about that low back. That's hard right there.
Oh,
And
I made
down.
a rush there.
You rush.
I rushed a little bit.
Ready? Let's do it one more time. Squeeze glutes, rolling up at the toppest, at the highest point in our glute bridge. Tension up. Go. Fists.
Pull those knees together.
Pull.
Yes.
Squeeze. Tighter. 6, 5, 4, 2. Relax, but articulate down. Slow. Low back right there.
Ooh.
Low back before the butt touches.
Yeah.
Excellent. Get up again. So we came down likely on our left side. We'll go back up on our left side. All right, I did cross chest. Use the hip extension. Push, roll, pull to elbow.
Toss it.
Find your hand.
Find my hand.
Lift a sweep.
Lifting and sweeping.
Hand leaves floor.
Hand leaves floor.
Front foot moves.
Square up and move.
Hippity hop. Excellent.
My own sound effects for fun too.
Great. Back to our, prop guy.
Prop guy.
Suspicious.
Plies?
Yes.
I'll do them over here. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah. Let me give them some room. Different exercise than last time. You'll need your chair. We are going to go right into our first position. From my heels, I'm just going to pivot out gently to my rotated position. I'm going to put the toaster on and put you in it. You're the bread. Tuck your hips. Don't get burned. Bend your knees over your toes. Slide down the toaster. Lauren's loaf. Stand back up. Pull yourself back through that straw again. Kneecaps up. Bend. Knees over toes. Pull up through your straw. One last time, adding to that. Bend. Knees over toes. Pull up through your straw, but roll up onto your toes. Hold. Higher. Pull. 3, 2, slow descent, trying to land back to where you took off of with your feet. Great. That felt nice. Let's try the same thing in our second. You don't have to move. Don't move. In our second position. Point that foot out to the side. Put the toes down. Put the ball of the foot down. Put the foot down. Back into the toaster. Knees push out. Stay up tall. Sliding down. Don't go too low. And then stand back up. The straw is a little bit wider, but you're still going up. Knees push out. Slide down. Up. One more. Going maybe a little bit lower and then going onto that rise. A little lower. Staying tucked under. Sliding up. rolling up, hold, find a balance or try. For 5, 4, 3, knees stay straight, heels descend. Great. Transfer weight back to that inside foot. Take the outside leg, circle it to the, circle it to the front. Place your toes down, place your heel down. If I looked down, I'd want to see that my heels were on about the same line, okay, give or take. This way, a bigger line is going to be a little bit easier. So if you find that this line, like this is where, well, can you move that? There, that would be my line. Okay, from here, just a couple, this is different. If you don't like it, just stand here. If you'd like to, bend your knees, try to stay square forward, stand up tall in your straw. Bend your knees. If you take a little peek down, your knees should be blocking your toes. Okay, so those knees, last time, those knees are tracking over your toes there. And then up, if you feel comfortable, go up into your straw, weight evenly on both feet, and stand up on your rise. For 4, 3, control the down. We're going to take our front foot. We're going to do a full circle all the way around to behind us. Place that foot down. Check out your heels. Okay, so we're in that 4th position again, but the other leg's behind us now.
I'm definitely on one foot versus the other.
Right, so weight even there. Same thing, tuck, slide, bend, and extend. And bend those knees. We're doing this and extend one more time for our ankle mobility, for our glutes and core and our balance. Roll up, hold. Weight even between both feet. I could go forwards, I could go backwards. 3, 2, slow controlled landing. Transfer weight to that front foot. Draw that circle to the side. Hold the leg underneath you and shake it out.
Yes.
Yes.
So that 4th position is pretty tough. And again, avoid the overstep. Nice and tight, work in small circles first, and expand your circle as we go. I know I'm excited for push-ups. Lauren's excited for push-ups. And today we'd like to continue that exploration of the push-up by working on positional push-ups. Just watch for a second. We will explore this for about 10 seconds. Then we'll take a break. Then we're going to try to find your mid-station.
Look at his head. Retract that. There we go.
Your mid-station for your push-up. Also holding for 10 seconds. And then at the very bottom, finding that 10-second tension moment at the very bottom as well. So a high, a medium, and a low push-up, and playing with our movement clock between.
Excellent. I thought we got out a big dowel for this.
I know. Still in that vault. We'll show you what's in that vault one day.
Not right now.
Until then, high push-up time. So come on down to the floor, either through your get-up or your hinge. Hinging again on those hips. Let's find the floor.
I'm just watching.
Screw those hands in, and Lauren's watching and counting to the exact measure of 10 seconds. You ready?
Into that push-up position.
Okay, yep.
Top position. 10 seconds tight. Butt squeezed. Abs braced. Shoulders pulled down. Lats tight. Kneecaps up. I did it a little bit longer.
I think that's 10.
And soft down.
Wiggle out those hands for a second.
Just making you work.
Mid-station. Maybe mid-station is achieved from that modified position on your knees. Don't feel pinching, paining. Feel tension in Charlie horse. Let's celebrate that. Modify as you need. Ready to go?
To mid-station here for 10 seconds. I won't lie on this one. This is a hard one.
Mid-station.
Here we go. Bend the knees, keeping everything in line. Hips stay high, connecting ribs and hips. Our elbows are bent to about 90 degrees for 5, 4, keeping our chin retracted. 2, soft knees down and relax.
Wiggle that out. Tension and relaxation, tension, relaxation. Play with that. The hardest position, in my opinion, to be strict, particularly when it comes to the core, is the low position. Modify from the knees if you need to.
Here we go.
Hands ready.
Ready.
Chin tuck.
Retract chin. In. There we go. Tuck hips and little bit of a push-up hold. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5. Keeping everything tight. 4, 3, 2. Easy down.
Ooh,
that
you might
was
have to fall
tough.
down after that one.
That was tough.
If you're on the floor like me, can you please make a commitment to not child's pose right now? Okay. From this position, tilt your tailbone to the ceiling and drive your elbows towards child's pose, but don't flex your spine. Keep your spine long. Extend your hips. Step into your lunge. And up. 10s and 2s.
I like watching. I also like having a stick in my hand. It lets me do something.
10s and 2s.
You go in front.
Yep. So we're going to draw that clock face on the ground. We have midnight, 3, 6, 9, and back to 12. Can we get into our first position here?
Is that the same clock everyone has?
I think most clocks start 12 to 6 at the back. Unless it's a digital clock.
Okay, anyway,
then you're doing weird stuff. First position, feet, cramp up glutes. Stiff leg is the staying leg is the stiff leg. Step out to 2 o'clock on that clock face. Hips face forward. Take a moment. For something different, just for our first, can you do the hula hoop here? Can you play with your hula hoop once in one direction and then keeping the back leg straight, do the second. Then push through, pull together. Gently hula hoop to the other side. Touch down, hips forward. I'm going to draw a backward circle first. So back, I'm over here. I'm coming around to where I started. And then I'm going to go the other way. And I know this is going to feel tight, interesting, different on my glute as I pull around the back to center and pull together. Now for 4 each more, this corner 10 and 2s or 2s and 10s, let's go. Toe to heel, push into that straw. Toe to heel, push into that straw. Toe to heel, push into the straw. Toe to heel, back in the straw. And for 1 more each. And I'm wondering right now if Lauren is going to volunteer to do that next set of push-ups with you, or if it's on me. And I don't mind. Who's who?
Ian made us do 10 pull-ups before class, so it's him.
So we'll set up that hinge. If you're in your hinge moment, are your shins vertical?
Last set of push-ups.
Are your hinges intact?
Hands flat in the
Knees
floor.
will have to bend.
Walking self out. Getting set up into that tall push-up position. Get ready. 3, 2, up. Tensions up. Pulling the floor together. Squeezing your butt. Bracing your abs. Keeping everything in line for another 5, 4, 3, 2. Easy down. Couple seconds off. Maybe come back. Shake those hands out.
Wiggle out.
Prepare for mid-station.
I was so worried about getting hit by Lauren there that I forgot to breathe.
5.
And it is important to breathe.
2.
Mid-station.
Mid-station. Here we are. Mid-station. Chins retracted. Shoulders are down. Abs are braced. I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to come through and hit you too. 3, 2. Easy off.
Those are isometrics, like the hip flexion from the seated exercise at the beginning. You might not be going anywhere, but evident by my breath and the sweat here, you can definitely make it feel like work.
You want more, you're procrastinating.
I am, because I think we all want rest.
Last time, at the bottom.
At the bottom.
Tension up, shoulders down, head retracted, and hook, hold. 10, 9, 8. Sorry, those are nice. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and easy off.
So again, avoid the child's. Let's gently tilt that tailbone to the ceiling. This is very much like your hip hinge at this point. Stay long, cramp your glutes, extend your hips. Hiya, in front. You do that next one. 10s and 2s, and we have 8s and 4s. 8s and 4s from first.
Okay, so that stationary leg will stay straight again. I'm going out to 8 o'clock first. I'm going to point, step. Whoops. I'm going to, this time my hips are going to slightly change direction.
Maybe the hula.
Oh, you want me to
Let's hula hoop
there?
one.
One hula hoop, says Ian.
So
And then
keep
the
the
other
bent knee
direction.
bent and the straight leg straight.
That leg stays straight. Push off that bent leg. Return to center. Open up. 4 o'clock. Point, land. Little bit of a rotation in the hula hoop here. Again, just like we practiced in that switch directions, in that 4th position earlier, if you look down, that knee should still be tracking the toes there. Push off toes, back to center. Repeat for each side. Rotate, toe, heel, back to center. Toe, heel, back to center. Use that spring through the toes. Push yourself back.
And the stiffness through that straight leg. So that nice absorption.
Push.
And a stiff plant leg there.
I lost count.
I think this is it.
One more each side. 1 and 1. Very nice. Ian's still going.
Cool. It is a little bit of a longer session. Are we still okay to go? Who's in for
one more thing?
One more thing? One more beautiful push-up.
Like full negative.
Full. Whatever a full push-up means to you. I'm going to do just 3 quick versions as you get to the floor. It could be the negative or the down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, from any position of your choice. It could be just picking on or working on the hardest link in your push-up. If it was the bottom or the mid, try to repeat that. We're going to finish with integrity. So if you're feeling a little bit done, save it for the next time. If you got one more, let's do it.
I heard you have one more. I'm saving mine.
I hear you have your one-arm push-up coming up.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Ready? I'll put 10 seconds on the clock for everyone.
1,
3,
slow down.
2,
here we go.
10 seconds has started. Maybe you're just holding that top, mid, bottom station. You have 5 more seconds wherever you are. 4, 3, 2, and easy does it.
Excellent. And now we're back on the floor, or at least I am. Let's just finish with our breath today.
Oh, that sounds nice.
A little bit different. Finish with our breath. So Lauren has been sharing this box breathing strategy with us. I'd like to just do the same.
Okay.
Hands on belly, chin tuck. We'll be closing the lips and breathing in and out of the nose only.
You can tell us what the box was.
Yeah, get used to that breath. The box breathing strategy. Take a 5-second inhale and hold full for 5 seconds. Let's exhale over 5 seconds and hold empty for 5 seconds. Repeat. Inhale 5. Hold 5. Exhale 5. And hold 5. Let's go to 8. Inhale 8. And hold for 8. Exhale for 8. And hold for 8. Inhale for 5. And hold for 5. Exhale for 5. And hold for 5.
I find that empty breath hold
The
challenging.
empty is so hard. The empty is so hard. Do you know why the empty is hard?
Well, if you read the book The Body by James Bryson.
High to low pressure systems, right? It wants to get in there. It wants to get in there. It makes it tough.
Your body wants to breathe not because of deprivation of oxygen, but of an increased accumulation of carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
That's the sensors, not the oxygen.
There we go. This has been our Restore and Recharge practice on a Friday. Thank you so much for joining. Any questions? Let's start a chat. Anything else? Let us know.
Great. Oh, good.
Yeah, I can't read, so share it or just
you
say
can't
good.
Read. Well, it's the loaf man.
Nice. I've been wondering about you. Haven't seen you in class. But no, it's very, very good. And thank you very much for attendance, participation, love, doing it all.
Until next time.
So, until next time. Bars and Bells is simple exercises to feel strong.
I like that.
Simple exercises to feel strong. So thank you for following along with our simple workout here
Too much loafing.
And we look forward to more loafing.
Yeah.
More of Lauren. And thank you very much.
You can come too.
My name is Ian. I'll be there too. So thanks for joining. I see the likes. I appreciate it. We like the subscriptions.
And a
like
Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Little Lifters Live special for Mother's Day.
Yes. So tell your little lifters, a live event with call-ins, romper room style. I see little Lauren leaning in front of the TV.
Yep.
Oh, anyways,
yes, he is the loaf instigator. The one with the original
So for
recipe.
fun and family, join us on
got distracted.
Sunday at 10 a.m. for a Mother's Day extravaganza.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.